Okay, this will be fun. Yeah, this will be fun. Okay. So, I saw this in another stream I was watching, and I'm like, uh, you know how you're always like, yeah, United States has got like China locked down and all that shit, right? If we go to war. This makes me think maybe not quite. Okay?
Now, why is it that I'm expecting this nighttime ninja attack to be some like mentally handicapped people dressed as ninjas with fake swords?
No, it was one guy. It was one guy, and he goes up. I'm not going to read the whole article because I'm just going to recount the story I was told, whether the entire thing is true or not, but I know the main point of it's true. So apparently this ninja guy goes up to a bunch of guards in California, right? And he's dressed all in black ninja garb. And he goes, "Have you seen my family?" And the guy goes, "Oh, the hell are you talking about?" And he pulls out a katana and just starts going at the guy, like hacking, stabbing him and
What
shit.
the
And he's like,
fuck?
"What the fuck?" And he's like, "You apparently chased 26 Marines into the
What?
fucking
How?
hangar."
How the fuck does
And
that? Were none of them armed?
well, I don't know,
Because
but
I'm gonna say up front, I know quite a few Marines out here. Most of them in that situation with a gun would have just immediately shot him to death.
so funny. It's so funny. It chased 26 Marines into this hangar. And apparently, from the story they were telling on the stream, he like gets a rock and he throws it through a window, all ninja star like, and hits one of the nerds in the fucking temple. It gives them a huge concussion. Yeah, it's just like, what? So the next time you tell me, Whiskey, that we are gonna win against China, I don't know, man. One
Well,
nation
hang
with
on.
ninja gear,
There's
26
one thing
Marines.
you're overlooking, though. China has been doing communist bullshit with their people longer than we have.
Look, I've seen Jackie Chan movies, I've seen Jet Li movies, right? All you gotta do, look, they have like, if they have what, a million of them, right? That's 26 million of our troops. We're
You
already
know,
at that loss, Whiskey. We
this
can't have troops coming back with level 3 concussion from Ninja Star rocks, okay?
this actually reveals something interesting, though. We, we now know why the politicians are so terrified of a bunch of people that got lost in the Capitol building.
Yeah, if there would have been one Asian in a ninja suit, there would have been fucked.
Yeah.
You, God help you. That's what they're really scared about. It's like, yeah, we dodged a bullet this time. They didn't bring a ninja. Poof. God damn.
One fucker in a ninja costume. That's amazing. I don't even know what to say to
Oh man, I thought this would be a great conversation piece to start the stream off with. Just in case apparently the Marines need to have like some ninja training or some shit. Maybe we need to like, bring some of the Taiwanese over and like, have them stationed at the airport hangars to fight off any rogue ninja attacks that occur,
I don't
because
know. We
apparently,
fucking need something apparently.
because
If you had 20 Marines running from one guy, maybe you should just hire that guy.
yeah, like man,
Or fire those Marines.
his curved blade, it was just so superior to our guns that it was like a shame. He was like dashing through the air and like he teleported behind a guard. Before we knew it, like fucking Ted was down bleeding from a fucking cut artery.
Realistically though, to put a damper on our fun, I could see them just not like because it's at a regular airport hangar, they might not have been issued weapons.
Yeah.
And like if someone's got a sword, you're not doing hand to hand with the guy, right? Because you're
Maybe
getting
no one
stabbed.
Maybe no one
on
wanted to
top
take
of
the
that,
responsibility.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, if you're the guy who shoots him, your life is over. Even though
Yeah.
you're probably totally justified in it, it's like you're gonna be wrung through the media. Your life is gonna be over. You're gonna be dishonorably discharged. Like, you're
Stop
not
Asian
gonna.
hate, whiskey.
It's terrible. How
Stop Asian
does
hate.
it say he was Asian, or was it just a fat white guy?
Hold on. It can't be
'Cause,
a fat white guy.
there's so many pictures on the internet I've seen of just shitty fat people,
The
like
sword
LARPing.
wielding man. The bizarre assault took place at Yokurin Airport and an airport in Mojave Desert. That's
You
why right
son of a
there.
bitch.
They're just in the middle of fucking nowhere being attacked by ninjas that had no fucking clue. They weren't trained for this.
Wait, but if it's in the middle of nowhere,
Let's see.
like, I'd actually
Post
expect them to be better armed if it's the middle of
Yeah,
nowhere.
2 soldiers received stitches. Redacted photo shared on social media, but one was identified as a staff sergeant, the other as a captain. He got higher ranking official.
I like this sentence. It is unclear from the records whether the man was an actual practitioner of ninjutsu.
That motherfucker, he played 14 and he got his job stone. He's like, one day
Damn it,
I'll get my
Droz.
chance.
I told you can't 3D print those job stones and give them away.
I know. They were so worried about me 3D printing guns, but what they didn't know, it's like I print job stones. The game has been changed. You know, yeah. Do you know where my family is? The black-clad man then asked. The staff sergeant then answered, no. Or do you know? Okay, he asked him, do you know who I am? And the soldier's like, no. And he's like, do you know where my family is? And he's like, no.
See,
And then
that was the problem. If someone comes up to you and they're clearly out to start shit, they're like, do you know who I am? Do you know where my family is? You should just be like, yes, we know. We will come for you.
The person in ninja garb began to slash at the soldier, striking his phone, his knee, and leg.
What the fuck?
The staff sergeant took off running across the parking lot to escape the attacker. He then jumped a fence and entered the administrative building where he and the captain locked doors and called 911.
But you have Marines there. Why'd you call the police? Shoot him! Fucking shoot
While
him!
the man dressed as a ninja was kicking and punching doors and windows before leaving to grab a large block of asphalt, which he heaved through the window of the administrative building. The captain was struck by the chunk of asphalt, said the document on social media. So he took a fucking cinder block and threw it through a fucking door.
And somehow managed to hit someone.
Oh, it was just a chunk of asphalt. But yeah, like, god damn, what a chat. Oh my god. Yeah, the first assistant
Did this
call
guy
was
get
recorded.
caught, or did he somehow get away?
The ninja fled and was arrested elsewhere, according to the document. Oh fuck! What a chat!
I'm just waiting for a story to come out later that it turns out they got the wrong ninja.
No. What you're gonna see is they got the right guy, but then you're gonna see later, ninja escapes from jail with just nothing but like a plastic fork. Like Metal Gear Solid.
Famous Japanese criminal that broke out of like 3 super high
Yeah.
security prisons. The video we watched.
Yo, ain't got the equipment to keep my ass in here. I could walk out of this motherfucker any day.
Like they've got him in handcuffs, and he actually breaks the handcuffs while in them.
Like Bill, give him his fucking pudding cup. I don't want another prison break on my hands.
The hilarious thing with that case with the Japanese guy who kept escaping was he literally said, look, just put me in a prison that doesn't get cold as hell on this side of the country, and that's it. Like he was okay being in prison. He just didn't want to freeze his ass off.
Like, sir, you're in Japan. All of our prisons are that shitty.
I just find it incredibly amusing.
Yeah, I don't think they say whether or not he was of Asian descent. Yeah, they don't get his nationality, but you know.
Oh, damn.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was just reading the part where they were being the soldiers were being mocked by someone.
Yeah,
I'm.
they were being mocked on social media.
It's like,
Yeah,
what the hell do you
this is not
expect?
this has not been favorable to the U.S. military. Like, I think I'm not even gonna lie, this removes more confidence out of the U.S. military than the entire Afghani withdrawal.
Yeah,
Like,
that's.
I'm sorry, if we go to war against China, we might be fucked, Whiskey. They got more people than us, and how many of them had that guy didn't even know ninjutsu?
You know,
Come on.
I would pose our initial soldiers will probably die pretty quickly. A lot of them that are very left leaning, and then they'll have to start recruiting people who actually know what to do and are actually willing to go kick some ass.
I don't know, man. That ninja though, like you, come on,
Fuck,
he's gonna
recruit
throw a chunk of
him.
ass. He's gonna have weaponized asphalt. You can't deal with that.
I'm waiting for like after he busts out of prison and then gets caught again, is gonna be like U.S. military contracts with ninja to teach
Yeah,
fighting techniques.
yeah. I can imagine. First rule: no women in the military. What? Yeah, women cannot be ninja.
Well, technically, I think they did have female ninjas that were kunoichi, but
Yeah, they were whores.
look, stop disparaging sex workers.
Yeah,
They still stabbed people.
it's like, wow, yeah, really stealthy there. You slipping a knife into someone's chest after he's put one in you. Yeah, man.
Hey,
Wow, how
hey!
did you do it?
Look, Dros, one good stab deserves another.
Wow, how did you sneak into the super secret base? Oh, I just went on my back. Wow, yeah, I mean, I had to go jump through a fucking window with
Look,
like a whole costume and shit.
you make fun of it, but it's kind of how I believe Attila the Hun was killed.
Well, yeah, but Attila the Hun could have been killed like by any of the women he slept with, considering he slept with like half the fucking continent. Like that's not
That's a
exactly
fair
again.
point.
Wow. After like 30,000, one woman's like, "Huh, maybe I could stab this guy and get away with it." It's like, yeah, probably. Like, I mean, they don't exactly have the tightest security after this many rounds. They're like, "Oh yeah, Attila, you just grab like 9 girls again, fucking just get away. Don't want to hear the fucking tent rock and the screams." Like you'd hate to be the guard for Attila, right? Because it would just you have to sit outside the room, and it's just like, dear God. Telling you though, man, we're in for a rough ride, Whiskey. They're gonna drop ninjas in Taiwan. They might already be there. How would you even tell them? But from the original inhabitants, right? There's a bunch of Chinese sleeper ninjas just waiting in key positions to launch.
That's all right. So, I've got an article in a similar vein but less funny. So, here we go. Marines, special ops troops secretly deploying to Taiwan amid China tensions. Report
I hope they're on the
says.
lookout. I hope they're on the lookout for those fucking ninjas, man.
No, see, what my going theory now is that Ninja was Taiwanese and was trained by the other Marine special ops.
Yeah, this is like a test. This is
Yeah,
one of those like
that was
live
his
practices.
test. It's like you have to somehow get to the U.S. without a passport and like go stab the staff sergeant that none of us like, and then you
Or
have to get
no,
away. And he failed the
well,
get
no,
away part.
it's live training, right? Like live training for that squad. So they sent a super trained ninja to give them like a live practice, and they failed. They ran like bitches and called 911. It's like, yeah, we're gonna have to talk about your discipline. We might be sending you back to boot camp.
So, U.S. Special Operations Forces and Marines have been deployed to Taiwan and secretly training its military for at least a year as China becomes increasingly aggressive with its territorial claim on the island, which the only one that thinks it's a valid claim, of course, is China. Literally no other country thinks it's valid.
Well, depends on who you talk to in the government.
So, a couple dozen special operators and support troops are training small units of Taiwan's ground forces, while a contingent of Marines is working with local maritime forces on small boat training, according to the report, which cited unnamed U.S. officials. And this part was interesting. It says the news report came amid the record-setting number of Chinese military flights around the island. The People's Liberation Army, or basically the military of the CCP, made a total of 149 flights over 4 days over Taiwan, including 56 on Monday. So that's just a few days ago.
Blast China. Woo woo.
I mean, like I've said a couple times, if I were in charge of Taiwan, I would at some point declare any more incursions on our airspace, and we will shoot them down.
I would just shut them
And
down regardless.
then the next time they cross into your airspace, you just immediately shoot them down. No
Yeah, I would
warnings,
just
nothing. You just shoot them down.
yeah, it's just you fire, you shoot them down, and you look at the Chinese government. It's like the next time you fly into the airspace, we're going to take it as a declaration of war, and there will be large-scale retaliation efforts against you.
That being
Do it.
said, Taiwan is a pretty tiny country, so they are basically at the mercy of the U.S. and Japan and other countries to defend them.
Which Japan already has missiles. I was reading a thing, earlier in the week. Japan that already has like missiles and stuff like that aimed right at China. So it's like as soon as like even if we were there to respond, a bunch of Asiatic powers is going to start World War III anyway. So
Huh. I just saw a tiny spider float down in front of my screen, and I can't find it now. That's going to bug me. So
I
yeah,
see
apparently
there.
we've. I didn't mean that pun, by the way. They're not bugs; they're arachnids. That pun doesn't work.
Oh, what wicked webs we weave.
Ah, shit! You're really stretching this thread of logic thin.
Look. It's not my fault these puns have a lot of legs on them, okay? You know. They have like that's pretty good thread count.
Moving on. So yeah, it's just an article saying basically we've been training them for a while just in case China attacks Taiwan. But I really thought this number of military flights over Taiwan was stupidly big, and they probably should have started shooting them down already.
We should be shooting them down, and we should be recovering the bodies and putting them on fucking pikes.
And Supple said the U.S. urges a peaceful resolution to tensions
Who
over
the
Taiwan.
fuck? Supple? Who the fuck has a last name Supple?
I'm not sure.
John Supple.
Look.
Oh,
It
no.
could have been worse. He could have been born a girl.
Yeah, that would have been funny. What's your name? Bethany Supple? That just seems like a bad setup. Poor wife, man. Imagine having them. I want to be Mrs. Supple. Like, yeah. I mean, maybe that's like a maybe.
Could you imagine a teacher with that as a last name? Yes, I'm Miss Supple.
Yeah, dude, that would be fucked. I mean, I did have a black teacher who was named Mr. White. I was always thought really weird, and a white teacher named Mr. Black. And their classes were back to back.
Yeah, but never let them get in the same room, or it will destroy the universe.
It was rather strange. It was like, man, what a world I live in. Even then.
So yeah, and then of course China expresses that it doesn't like it. The Global Times, which is basically just the propaganda arm for the communist
State-owned
government,
paper.
yeah, warned that a U.S. troop presence on Taiwan would lead China to destroy and expel U.S. troops in Taiwan by military means, and at the same time realize reunification by force. See, if I were in charge of our government right now, I would go, oh, so you're declaring war. We accept.
Yeah, but I mean, our government's so cucked now. I mean, we
I
just
know.
lost again, one ninja, 26 Marines. How not exactly a winning argument. Like every day I lose a little more faith in my country.
Yeah,
And in
under
the
the
stupidest ways.